What's your favorite scary movie?
The sixth installment to the Scream franchise has finally hit theaters, and I'll tell you, this is probably one of my favorite movies in the franchise. This is high on that list of Scream movies for me. These movies always improve with each entry. The characters are more experienced and more proactive this time around. Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega are back as Sam and Tara Carpenter facing off against Ghostface once again, but this time in the Big Apple, New York City. Melissa's character Sam really takes charge in this movie. Compared to the last time we seen her, she accepts who she is and makes her presence known in a sense of leading the troops and fighting back. Not being a victim, but being prepared to defend and fight without hesitation. Scream 6 doesn't lose any of its momentum once it gets started. The kills are meaningful. They aren't creative, which is fine because the simpler they are, the more personal it feels. Every kill was significant or had an emotional tie to it, down to the people that we don't care about. Even their deaths had a purpose. There were a few things that did turn me off about some of the attacks, such as the sustainability of certain injuries and the pain tolerance. There were a few times where someone would get stabbed and later we would see them running or fighting. I was unaware that these characters had Wolverine healing abilities. Also, there was some half-ass killings from Ghostface and the protagonist. In a normal situation, they would finish the kill. A lot of the attacks in the third act felt like teaser kills. This movie does take some aspects from one of the older movies and it works. I really hope that this franchise can get away from leaning on the past films. Although it works, I feel like these characters are strong enough to stand on their own without having to call back to the originals. I did enjoy seeing Kirby again. She was just as great as the last time we seen her in Scream 4. She and Gail have their back and forth throughout the whole movie, which is delightful. Now, I'm not a fan of Gail because she's an opportunist. She's been that way since Scream 1, and she just won't quit. She should have died in Scream 5 if it was up to me, but she made it to Scream 6, and you'll have to see if she makes it out or not. There is something that happens to Gail when we first see her on screen that made me a little happy inside. Anyway, this was just a quick vid on my thoughts of Scream 6. Overall, I highly recommend seeing it. I like the direction that the franchise is going in, and I hope they can steer away from the nostalgia after a while. If I were to rank the movies, it would be Scream 1, 2, 6, 4, 5, and 3. 4 and 5 are interchangeable. Just because they're lower on the list doesn't mean that they're bad movies. But Scream 3 is definitely bad, which is why it's dead last. Jenna Ortega is making her mark in horror, and I'm looking forward to see what else she has in the works. So let me know in the comments what are your thoughts on Scream 6. Where would you rank it in the franchise? Are you excited for the future of the Scream movies? Be sure to let me know down in the comments. With that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on your way out. Y'all be easy.